Welcome to Sportsified News. I'm Braylon, and as you should all know, last night was Super Bowl 55, Chiefs versus Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, Florida. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers outlasted the Chiefs 31-9 to take home the honors of winning Super Bowl LV. Let's dig into how this happened and my thoughts on it.
Sportsified.
So let me just get this out of the way that I haven't really scripted much of this, and this is just me looking at my notes and giving my first thoughts as they come to me on how this game went, and just kind of going along with the flow of the game and, saying what happened and telling what I think about them. So starting off in the first quarter. The Chiefs won the coin toss and elected to defer. So the Bucs got the first drive of the game and punted. It was 3-and-out. Tom Brady did an incomplete pass on 3rd and 6. And, the first drive for the Bucs, nothing really happened. So then the Chiefs got the ball for their first drive of the game. Patrick Mahomes had a nice rush for a first down on a 3rd and 7 play. But then on the next set of downs, he had an incomplete pass on 3rd and 8 against really good Buccaneers defense. I think this was the first time in the game we saw that the Buccaneers put double teams on both Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, the Chiefs' top two offensive weapons. And throughout this game, they did that a couple of times, and I think that's what really helped them to, limit the Chiefs to only 9 points. So the Chiefs punted, and the Bucs got the ball again. Nothing really happened besides a Ronald Jones 13-yard run play, and so they punted. Chiefs got it now, and this is where the first score of the game happened. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the rookie running back out of LSU, got his first carry of the game. He rushed for a first down. Next set of downs, Patrick Mahomes had a design run, and he went for 10 yards on a first down. But then after that, Devin White, the Buccaneers linebacker, he made a great play on our Chiefs run pass option play, and he got a pretty good tackle for loss. He made it 3rd and 11, and then Patrick Mahomes had an incomplete pass to the end zone to make it 4th and 11, but the 49-yard field goal by Harrison Butker, the kicker, was good. So that made it 3-0 Chiefs. On the Bucs' next drive, it was kind of a long and methodical drive led by Tom Brady and Leonard Fournette. The Leonard Fournette part was pretty surprising, as the former first-round pick was kind of considered a bust, but this play actually started to shine, and maybe he can turn some heads. In this play, Tom Brady completed a pass to Rob Gronkowski for an 8-yard touchdown. Yes, Brady to Gronk again. They now have the most touchdowns by a duo in NFL history, passing Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, who had 12 total touchdowns. So now Brady and Gronk have connected 14 times in the NFL playoffs, as they would then have another touchdown later in this game, but we'll talk about that when they get there. The extra point by Ryan Succop was good, and so the Bucs took the lead 7-3. The Chiefs started to drive. It was pretty slow, and actually Mahomes at one point on this drive had 6 straight incompletions, but they managed to work it down the field some with a complete pass to Travis Kelce, which brought Patrick Mahomes to 2 for 8 in the game so far, which was kind of worrisome, but everyone thought he was Patrick Mahomes, so turn this thing around. But that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Second quarter begins, and the Chiefs' drive was resumed, but it turns into a punt as Patrick Mahomes had an incomplete pass on 3rd and 4. Now the next Bucs drive, they worked their way down the field very well and had a very big play. Tom Brady completed a pass to Mike Evans, his top receiver, for 31 yards, and they had a 3rd and goal situation. They tried to run it in with Ronald Jones II, and he was stopped short, and on the next play, it was 4th and goal. They decided to go for it from the 1-yard line, ran it with Ronald Jones again, and the Chiefs stuffed him. So, at this point in the game, this was the Chiefs' moment to capitalize, but on their next drive, they went 3-and-out. So the Bucs got the ball back, and this is where they started to kind of blow the game open. So because, so the punt, after that 3-and-out by the Chiefs, it was a very bad punt. So the Bucs got the ball on the 38-yard line, the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Actually, Tyrann Mathieu intercepted a Tom Brady pass on this drive, but it didn't count due to a holding penalty on the Chiefs' defense. And then Tom Brady had an incomplete pass on 3rd and 5 to make it 4th and 5. So they attempted a 40-yard field goal, and it was good. But then it became another first down for the Bucs because of a neutral zone infraction on the defense. So now the Bucs have another chance on this drive. 2 costly penalties for the Chiefs, and Tom Brady completed a pass to Rob Gronkowski for a 17-yard touchdown. Extra point is good, and that made it 14-3 Bucs. Brady to Gronk again. Chiefs' next drive, They really needed something here. Down 14-3, nearing halftime. They really needed to score, and they did it. Patrick Mahomes had passes to Travis Kelce for 13, 12, and 11 yards, and they made Harrison Butker made a 34-yard field goal to make it 6-14. Bucs next drive, another passing touchdown. Tom Brady completed a pass to Antonio Brown for a 1-yard touchdown. First Gronk, second one Gronk, and now Antonio Brown. It's like all the former stars who are now thought to be washed up, but they really contributed to this game. But that drive was helped along by 2 costly defensive pass interferences on the Chiefs, advancing the ball a lot each time. The Chiefs got the ball with like 70 seconds to go till halftime. Patrick Mahomes just took a kneel, and the Chiefs went into halftime down 6-21. Because the Chiefs elected to defer at the beginning of this game, they got the ball to start at the second half. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the rookie running back, rushed for 26 yards to start off the drive. Next play, he rushed for 10 more yards to get a first down. But then the drive kind of fell apart. Mahomes had a couple of incomplete passes, one on 3rd and 7. So they had to attempt a 52-yard field goal, and Harrison Butker made it. Harrison Butker is one of the better field goal kickers in the league. So I wasn't very surprised that he made a 52-yarder. Now, Bucs drive, this is where the game it got out of hand. Tom Brady completed a pass to Rob Gronkowski for 26 yards on the first down, and then Leonard Fournette rushes for a 27-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. 28-9. Buccaneers had the lead. Then, on the Chiefs' next drive, Mahomes was sacked by Shaq Barrett on 2nd and 7 for -6 yards, and then Mahomes' pass was intercepted by Antoine Winfield and returned to the opponent's 45-yard line. Now, Antoine Winfield is a rookie. That is very impressive to have a Super Bowl interception, especially when the game is it's a 19-point game already, and so that getting the Bucs the ball back can just make this pretty much impossible to come back from. And yeah, that's what they did on the Bucs' next drive. They got a field goal. They would have had a chance for more, but Tom Brady fumbled a snap on 3rd and 10 for a loss of 15 yards, making it 4-25. But the 52-yarder field goal by their kicker was good. So the Chiefs got the ball back nearing the end of the third quarter, and Mahomes completed a pass to Sean Murphy-Bunting for 21 yards and a first down, but third quarter ended, so their drive will resume in the fourth. At this point, it was very noticeable how the Bucs' defensive line was pressuring Mahomes. They were doing it very well, and I thought to myself, that might be the biggest reason this game has gotten out of hand. So Chiefs resuming their drive in the fourth quarter. And at this point, everyone was thinking, if Patrick Mahomes can come back from this, we can already crown him the GOAT. And of course, we know that didn't happen. Score actually didn't change in the fourth quarter. The Chiefs finished that drive with a turnover on downs, went front on 4th and 9. And Patrick Mahomes, he never gave up. He was very impressive at the end of this drive, but his teammates just couldn't do anything. I mean, on that 4th and 9 play, he got a pass off while being chased around by 2 defenders, and threw it sidearm while being tackled. And it was very close to completion, but Bucs defender got their hand in and knocked it down. Bucs' next drive ended on a punt, and they had 4 straight drives of scoring plays, so it's kind of surprising. Actually, they had a 3rd and 1 situation, but Tom Brady's pass fell incomplete. Chiefs' next drive, another turnover on downs, went for it on 4th and 10. They'd actually made their way down the field this time. They were pretty close, but you can't settle for a field goal when the deficit is 31-9. So they had to go for it on 4th and 10, and it was an incomplete pass by Patrick Mahomes. Now on the Bucs drive, they had a 3-and-out. Tom Brady's pass fell incomplete on 3rd and 5. And on the Chiefs' next drive, Mahomes threw an interception to Devin White in the end zone. And then the Bucs got the ball back. Tom Brady kneeled 3 times, and the game was over. So checking out the final stats, obviously the score, Buccaneers 31, Chiefs 9. Patrick Mahomes 26 for 49 with 270 yards, no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Clyde Edwards-Helaire 9 rushes for 64 yards. Travis Kelce, he had 133 yards. Tyreek Hill 73 yards. I expected more from Tyreek Hill. 73 is not a small number, but that just seemed kind of low. On the Buccaneers side, Tom Brady 21 for 29 with 201 yards, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, later to be named the Super Bowl MVP. Leonard Fournette 89 yards on the ground with a touchdown. Rob Gronkowski 67 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns, and Devin White had 8 tackles and 1 interception on defense. So now my takeaways from this game. Obviously, the Super Bowl MVP was Tom Brady, and we'll talk about him later, but what I want to get across right now is how good the Buccaneers defense was. Their defensive line was pressuring Mahomes very well the entire game. They kept Tyreek Hill relatively quiet, and most of his 73 receiving yards came late in the game when it was already out of hand. They kept the Chiefs to 9 points. That's only 3 field goals. They somehow kept the best offense in the league out of the end zone. They have Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and they didn't get to the end zone this entire game. Very impressive effort by the Tampa Bay defense. Now on the Bucs side of things, that Brady-Gronk connection in the playoffs never fails, does it? Tom Brady to Gronk for 2 touchdowns. And, Rob Gronkowski did not have a great regular season. Coming back out of retirement, he just wasn't the same, obviously. But this playoff Rob Gronkowski and playoff Tom Brady, it's crazy. So now Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowl wins. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots, who are both very historically great franchises, they both have 6 Super Bowl wins each. Tom Brady now has 7. Also, just the Lions and the Browns have 0. Tom Brady has 7. It's crazy. If it was ever in doubt before this game, maybe Drew Brees is better because he holds some important records, but I think there's no debate now that Tom Brady is the greatest football player of all time. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks for tuning in to Sportsified News. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and more. And I'll catch you in the next one.